For years, we believed the internet would be a record of our world, a perfect history. We were wrong. The internet is now a place where reality is corrupted, where memories can be manufactured. What you are about to see are videos that prove AI has gone wrong, not by creating monsters, but by creating a lie.
This is one of the richest countries on the planet. A country where you'd never have to work if you didn't want to. But if you do decide to work, you'll receive an incredibly high salary. It's also the only country in the world where gas is cheaper than bottled water. Local citizens don't even know what unemployment or poverty feels like. The standard of living here is among the highest in the world. Citizens rarely pay for electricity, gas, or water, because these utilities are often fully covered by the government. The state also covers all medical expenses and pays for education at any university worldwide. Additionally, citizens receive generous benefits, including free land for housing, interest-free loans, and substantial financial support for getting married and having children. It's so safe here that people often leave their doors unlocked, and only businesses pay taxes. This country is called Qatar. Share this video with someone you'd love to travel with. If you're not following, you're probably never going to see us again.
In an impossibly perfect place, with no work and no poverty, a human mind creates a digital utopia. This is not a mistake. It is a terrifying glimpse into a future where reality is simply a prompt, and the AI will create whatever we ask for. This is the only country in the world that has no land borders. Its inhabitants are never allowed to leave the sea or their boats for their entire lives. They are the Bajau people, who live in the waters between Indonesia and Malaysia. Because of this lifestyle, they have no nationality and are known as the last true sea nomads of the world. Fish is their primary source of food. To minimize the impact of high pressure on their bodies while diving, the Bajau have evolved to pierce their eardrums at a young age. This adaptation allows them to dive to depths of 30 meters or more without any diving equipment. Even after spending an entire day in the water, they do not feel tired. The eyes of the Bajau are also different from ours. They can open their eyes underwater without blurring their vision, which helps them clearly spot prey beneath the surface. For this reason, they are often referred to as the sea nomads. The AI gives us a fictitious tribe that lives on the ocean, never setting foot on land. It's a made-up history, a fantasy presented as a fact, and viewers are unable to tell the difference. This is what a human mind desires, and the AI gives it a voice. If I gave you $10 million, would you dare to climb the most terrifying sky ladder in China? This is the 7-star mountain sky ladder in Zhangjiajie, a brand new extreme challenge. It's nearly 4,850 feet straight down and stretches over 550 feet long. But no number can really describe how insane this is. Under your feet, just clouds. In front of you, endless mountain ranges. Here's the craziest part. It takes most people about 3 hours to finish. The entire time you're clipped to a single steel cable. Between you and a 1,000-foot drop, just one safety rope. People say the first step will literally make your legs shake, but don't panic. This place is actually super safe. Your safety lock stays connected to the cable at all times. You can't unlock it by yourself. There's a backup anchor every 30 feet, and more than 20 high-definition cameras monitor you in real time. If you don't move for 10 minutes, the system will automatically call air rescue. But this isn't just a climb. It's a battle with your own fear. Some people cry, some people laugh, but everyone walks away changed. So here's the question. If you had the chance to try, would you take the first step? Tell me in the comments. A man dares you to climb an imaginary ladder in the sky, a place that doesn't exist. This is a story with no purpose, a hollow narrative created by a machine. The only question is, why are we so willing to believe it?
This guy might just be a chicken farming genius. While KFC was struggling to source chicken, he quietly raised over 4,000 birds in the forest. It all starts with tiny chicks, just 2 days old, fragile, fluffy, and completely dependent on heat lamps. Without warmth, they wouldn't survive a single night. The ground's covered with rice husks, not just for comfort, but to absorb moisture and block bacteria. It's like luxury flooring for baby chickens. Fast forward 3 weeks. These little guys are running, pecking, curious about everything. Soon, they're free to roam the edge of the woods, scratching the soil, playing in the leaves, living their best chicken lives. The farmer feeds them at regular times with a balanced diet. Day by day, they grow stronger and fatter. After 7 months, they're fully grown. Some head to the market, others start laying eggs back at the farm, keeping the cycle going. The lucky ones, they chill in the woods, laying eggs in peace. The others, well, they're turned into those golden crispy bites we all crave. Yeah, that crunchy KFC drumstick you love might have started in a quiet forest like this. Sustainable, smart, and honestly, kind of brilliant.
A made-up story about a man raising thousands of chickens in a forest. It's a simple story, but it's a terrifying lesson. A human mind is actively giving AI a command to create fiction and then presenting it as a memory. They walk on sticks taller than themselves, not just to stand higher or see farther. There's a far more surprising reason. In Ethiopia's Omo Valley, the Bana tribe uses walking sticks up to 2.5 meters tall. First, it's survival. These sticks keep them above tall grass, where snakes and scorpions hide. Second, it's communication. From higher up, they can spot cattle, enemies, or friends kilometers away. Third, it's a social signal. Young men balance on sticks to show strength, skill, and readiness for marriage. And finally, it's comfort. In the open savanna, these sticks work as mobile seats. Lean, rest, keep your feet off the burning ground. A simple stick, turning into a tool for survival, status, and style. Would you try walking 2 meters above the ground every day? A fabricated story of a lost tribe that walks on 2-meter-tall sticks. It's not a documentary. It is the work of a human and an AI, rewriting history with every keystroke. It's a memory that never existed. If you're enjoying this video, hit the like button. It's free, and it really helps the channel. If you don't have at least 10 years of driving experience, don't even think about driving to Chongqing. Otherwise, you'll get completely lost trying to figure out the traffic lights. Some streets have up to 7 lights in a row, and even GPS can get confused. After somehow making it through the lights by sheer luck, you'll realize the most dangerous part is making a U-turn. And that's not all. In Chongqing, cars can even use elevators. That's because Chongqing is built on a mountain. The city is full of cliffs and staircases. If you're not careful, you might end up driving down a staircase. Some of the elevated bridges in Chongqing rise more than 1,000 meters in vertical height. If you don't have strong nerves, it's better not to get on them at all. In fact, Chongqing's overpasses are among the most spectacular in the world. Roads are stacked up to 20 levels high, and when seen from above, it looks like you're staring at a map. If you take the wrong lane, you could spend the entire day lost in Chongqing. A human asks for an image of complicated traffic. The AI gives them a vision of a chaotic city, a labyrinth of impossible roads. This is a subtle corruption of reality, a minor act of perversion that goes unnoticed. $1 million if you last 50 days. But it's 30 miles offshore, under the sea. No phone, no exit, no backup. Think you could handle it? It's the world's most expensive underwater room, and the loneliest glass box you'll ever sleep in. Sharks pass by like neighbors. Jellyfish brush your window every morning. There's room to move, but nowhere to run. Constant pressure builds in your ears. At 8 p.m., power shuts off. Full blackout. By day 10, someone said they heard whales whispering. You think you're watching the fish? But are they watching you? By day 20, reality starts to blur. One guy left after 27 days with $540,000, but swore he was turning into a fish. Bring a friend and split the $1 million after 50 days, or go solo for 25 days and take half. If this opened off the Florida coast, would you try it? How many days do you think you'd last? A challenge to live underwater for $1 million. It's a hollow narrative designed to grab a human mind's attention, but the real horror is that the visuals are now so convincing, you might just believe it's real. This is one of the most luxurious places on Earth. Even the nannies drive Rolls Royces to go grocery shopping. The whole country is smaller than a city park, yet over 30,000 ultra-rich people live here. Welcome to Monaco. a tiny kingdom of just 2 square kilometers. Here, BMWs and Mercedes are basically taxis and the cars parked at red lights, usually McLarens or Paganis. The luxury car density here is higher than any city's bike-sharing fleet. Locals walk past Hermes stores on the way home and grab a bag like it's just a cucumber. But the real status symbols are in the harbor, the yachts. Small ones are like 3-bedroom apartments. Big ones are basically floating mansions. A top-tier yacht over 300 feet long costs more in dock fees and cleaning than most people pay for a house. And for Monaco's billionaires, that's just pocket change. Some even park helicopters on their yachts. Why? Pure convenience. Monaco packs the most extreme luxury into the smallest space on Earth. If you had a day here, what would you do first? Cruise in a supercar or climb aboard a floating palace? This is a story about a real place, but it's hard to tell if it's real. The nannies drive luxury cars. It's a simple fact, but the visuals feel wrong, leaving you to question if the place and its people have ever truly existed.
A tribe where women judge men for their beauty. The Wadabi are an ethnic group in the Sahel region of Africa, and every year in a festival known as Giraffe, men wear makeup and elaborate clothes to compete for the attention of women. In Wadabi culture, women are the judges, and for a man to be attractive, he must have a broad forehead, a large nose, white teeth and eyes, and a nice voice. Wadabi men display these features in their ritualistic dance known as the Yake. When a judge picks a winner, the man gets much more than a crown. He gets to have sex with the judge, even if one or both of the parties are already married. In the Fulani language, the word Wadabi means those who respect taboos. The Wadabi are mostly Islamic, but intertwine their beliefs with pre-Islamic traditions. Today, they only number around 100,000 people, but continue to be revered by anthropologists and the world alike for their stark beauty and unique traditions.
A tribe that judges men on their beauty. Is this real? Is this a part of our history? Or is this another act of perversion, created by a human and an AI to get your attention? It is getting harder and harder to tell.
Will a giraffe woman die if she removes the copper rings from her neck? In certain indigenous tribes, women start wearing a copper ring around their necks at the age of 5 or 6, and the number of rings increases as they grow older. As for the origin of this tradition, some say a longer neck represents beauty, while others believe it was a protective measure used by the tribe to prevent women from being attacked by tigers. These copper rings typically weigh between 5 to 10 kilograms. They don't actually stretch the neck, but instead use the weight to compress the collarbones, causing the shoulders to slump down. This gives the illusion of a longer neck. The downside is that once the rings are on, it's hard to even lower your head. In fact, these women often wear the rings for life, removing them only during childbirth or death. In addition to the neck rings, women are also required to wear copper rings on their wrists and ankles. This makes everyday tasks, like going to the bathroom, difficult. In hot temperatures, the sweat trapped between the rings and the skin, combined with the friction from the copper, can lead to severe skin diseases. Despite the pain and suffering, this tradition is still passed down in some tribes today.
The final test. A woman whose neck is adorned with a brass ring. The question is, would she die if it was removed? A human mind asks an impossible question, and the AI creates an impossible reality. It's a fiction that feels a little too real. This isn't just a new reality, it's a living fiction. A new history is being written in the shadows of the web. And now, if you've seen these videos, you are a part of it. The lines between real and fake are gone. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and until next time.